Hey everyone, happy Sunday night here from Buenos Aires. I'm going to give you a little update on my weekend. So I did go to the asado on Saturday night, but I didn't take my camera. I forgot it at home, so no video blog on location. Sorry. I'm going to talk about two quick things, things that I did this weekend that were exciting. One of which I'm kind of embarrassed about, and the other which I'm not embarrassed about. First is Saturday afternoon, right after my last blog, went out to eat, and there was a restaurant about a block from my house, and I was thinking, God, I really want to go somewhere different. And I went to TGI Fridays, which there are two of them here in Buenos Aires. I've never been, and those of you who know me in the US, I never go there. I think the last time I went was 2002 to a TGI Fridays. Yeah, so not too big of a fan of it, but I was really excited to go to the one here for two reasons. One is I love the food of Argentina a lot, but it does seem like it all kind of runs into each other after a little while. So it was really exciting to get there and get some things that some food that I know that I cannot get in Argentina very often. I had the and they don't have very much Mexican food. So the first thing I went for on the menu was the chicken quesadilla, covered in guacamole. It was absolutely delicious. And Friday also has really good drinks, so I got a big mudslide drink. The drinks down here also suck. Usually if you go to a bar or something, they don't know how to pour a drink at all. And so it was an ice cream mixed drink. It was absolutely delicious, and it made me so happy. I filled myself up so much that I came back and took a 2-hour nap afterwards. But anyway, it was awesome. They had all these signs in there from the US. My favorite was one that had a thing that said St. Paul, Minnesota, in there. So that was kind of cool. It was such a like a discombobulating experience being in there, because even when I go to McDonald's, it feels like McDonald's has changed a lot to kind of adapt to Argentine culture. When I went into Fridays, it seriously it felt like I was back in the United States again. It was just really weird. So anyway, that was pretty awesome. That was thing number one. Eddie might be coming by, so the door might open in a little bit. Kind of waiting for him to stop over. Thing number two is today we went to the ecological reserve, which is right next to downtown. And we rented bikes for Wes and Dana. We talked about doing this, but we never actually did it, and I'm really sad that we didn't actually do it because it was awesome. We took the bus to a port of town called Puerto Madero, and once we got there, I didn't know they have, for the most part, Buenos Aires kind of shuts down on Sundays. Nothing's open, almost absolutely nothing is open in the city, except for a few parts of town where they tend to have like big flea markets and festivals. So I didn't know they had a huge one over there, but they do. And right by the entrance to the ecological reserve, you can rent a bike. And when Ariel told me that we could rent a bike to ride around the ecological reserve, I was expecting, I don't know in my head, just some kind of standard type of bike. And when we got there, it was like 10-year-old, more beaten up than you can ever imagine Huffies. Some of them with like seat cushions half torn off. It was pretty nasty. But yeah, there weren't very many left when we got there. It cost 6 pesos for an hour per bike. So that was $2 to rent a bike for an hour. And there weren't very many left, so we kind of took the two that were remaining. My bike really sucked. It didn't even really have brakes. So I just had to make sure I didn't go too fast. And we entered the ecological reserve, and it was just so very naturey right next to the city. It was great. It was way bigger than what I'd say Central Park is in New York. Way bigger. And another thing that's also different, it's not in the middle of the city. It's on the edge of the city, right next to the river delta. So it really feels like you're out in the middle of nowhere, almost out in the middle of the woods without trees. But it was really cool to finally find a place that's really naturey right next to the city that I can go to any day of the week that I want to, and we can rent a bike. So anyway, we were riding our bike for about 10 minutes, and all of a sudden my handlebar thing kind of became dislodged from the way that my tire would be pointing, so I could move my handles like this, but it wouldn't change the direction my tire was going, or even worse, I could ride along and my tire would just turn. So after about 10 minutes of riding out, we had to turn around and go back because my bike obviously didn't work anymore. So we went back, had to walk back, took about 20 minutes. I got another bike out and went riding around. It was really cool. Eddie took me to a place, which I still give him crap for knowing where this was, but he said that a lot of gay men go there and have sex in like this wooded part. His story behind it, what he knew is he was just kind of out wandering with a friend one time, and he saw these condoms and stuff, and somebody told him about it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, because then we were riding our bikes along, and every once in a while we'd see just kind of a man walk into the wooded area, or a guy would come out. And at one point I saw a woman walk out zipping up her pants. I'm not really sure if she was going to the bathroom or she found some fun in there. Not really sure. I thought that was really funny. Anyway, so those are my two happy things. Finding Fridays and going to the ecological reserve. Something else I can cross off my list. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.